You ever notice how the loudest guys in the room are usually the ones with the least to offer? The flashiest ones? The ones always bragging about what they've done or what they have? Yeah, they're not the ones you can count on when it really matters, but it's the quiet ones, the steady ones, the ones who don't talk about loyalty, they just live it. Let's talk about that. Because today, we're breaking down why the most loyal men aren't the ones who post grand gestures or flex online. They're the ones who show up without being asked. And if you've ever found yourself confused between a guy who says all the right things and one who just does the right things, this video is going to change how you look at loyalty forever. So stick around, because what you'll learn might just save you years of heartbreak. Let me paint you a picture. Imagine you're going through a rough time. Not the "I spilled coffee on my shirt" kind of rough, but life is hitting you hard. Maybe you just lost someone. Maybe work is overwhelming. Maybe your anxiety is louder than usual. One guy texts you, "Thinking of you. Let me know if you need anything." Another one? He's already at your door with food, your favorite snack, and says, "I didn't know what you needed, so I brought options." See the difference? One showed off, the other showed up. It's not about who has the best words. It's about who has, "You're back when life isn't Instagram perfect," and those men. The ones who do rather than talk? They're rare, but they exist. And here's why they're usually overlooked. Let's face it, today's dating culture is loud, really loud. Social media makes everything feel like it has to be big, bold, and broadcasted. We're taught to notice the guy who posts long captions about how much he loves his girl on her birthday, but then forgets to actually listen to her. When she needs him, we're shown highlight reels, vacations, expensive gifts, flashy dinners. But loyalty? That doesn't photograph well. Because loyalty happens in the quiet. It's in how he remembers the way you like your coffee. It's when he checks in after your doctor's appointment. It's him turning down something fun because you're having a rough day. These men don't need an audience to love you right. They don't perform. They protect. And here's the truth no one talks about. Loyalty isn't loud, it's patient, it's consistent. And honestly, sometimes it's boring. It's not drama. It's not roller coasters. It's showing up at 3 a.m. because your tire popped. It's staying calm when you're falling apart. It's remembering your mom's birthday even though you didn't remind him. That kind of man doesn't chase attention because he's too busy paying attention. But here's where things get tricky. Most people aren't taught how to recognize real loyalty. We've been conditioned to think loyalty looks like passion, jealousy, or huge gestures. So when a guy is calm, stable, and doesn't flood you with constant compliments or obsessive attention, some people mistake that for him not caring. But here's the deal. A loyal man doesn't need to constantly say, "I love you." He proves it. He doesn't need to post about your relationship. He builds it. He doesn't need to fight for you in public because he protects you in private. Let me ask you something. Would you rather have someone who loves loudly for the world to see or someone who loves deeply when no one's watching? Because the guy who doesn't show off, he's saving his energy for when it actually counts. Now, let's talk about the challenge. Why do people overlook loyal men? It's simple. Consistency isn't sexy at first glance. Drama is addicting. Chaos feels like passion. So when a man is calm, grounded, and loyal, you might mistake it for lack of spark. But here's the harsh truth. If you don't learn to appreciate peace, you'll keep attracting pain. And that man who quietly opens your doors, listens when you talk, remembers what matters, and shows up, might just walk away while you're busy chasing temporary highs. We all say we want a loyal man, but when he comes without the flashy packaging, do we even recognize him? Let's go deeper. A loyal man might not always say the right thing, but he'll always be there. Think about that. When you're sick, he's running errands. When you're silent, he's sitting beside you. When you're scared, he's reassuring, not reacting. You know what else? He doesn't play games. If he's into you, you'll never have to guess. He's not disappearing for days, testing you, or creating drama to see if you care. He just shows up. And that kind of presence? That's gold in a world full of distractions. Let me share a story. There was a woman who dated a guy that was the definition of flash. Flowers every week, big dates, social media love bombs. But when she got laid off and slipped into depression, he didn't know what to do. He disappeared. A year later, she got close to a friend, someone who never flirted, never made a move. But he always showed up, brought her soup, helped her with resumes, checked in daily. She eventually realized loyalty had been right in front of her the whole time. Sometimes the loudest guy in the room is the least reliable. And the quiet one? He's the strongest support you never knew you needed. So here's the key moment. The next time you're choosing between charm and character, pick character. Don't get caught up in the flash. Flash fades. But consistency? Loyalty? Real love? That stays. Real men don't compete with boys who show off. They let their presence speak, and that's what sets them apart. They don't need to say they're loyal. You'll feel it. Let's wrap this up. In a world that's always screaming for attention, pay attention to the ones who whisper loyalty. Because the man who doesn't show off, he'll never leave you guessing. He'll be the one showing up when it's pouring rain, when life is messy, when nothing feels insta-worthy. And that's real love. Watch the next video on your screen. Trust me, you don't want to miss it.